you undervalue your achievements? Do you never ask for what you're truly worth? Do you, instead of seeing the 99% of things that you can do, always focuses on the 1% of things that you can't? Or perhaps you see your success as something that just happened by luck, that had nothing to do with the skills and the effort that you put into it. If this is you, if you are living your life feeling like you're an imposter, you're a fake, you're a phony, and that everything you've achieved you don't deserve, then in the next few minutes I'm going to be telling you why you feel that way, the impact that this is actually having on your life, and what you can do about it. But first, let me start by telling you a little story. Now imagine you are going on a journey, and where you're going is to this marvelous place. You absolutely want to go to this place. It's somewhere you've wanted to go. You've planned this trip for ages, and you are rearing to go. So you get in your car, you put on your seatbelt, you adjust the mirrors, and you turn on the ignition. You put your foot on the accelerator and you start to drive. Now you haven't gone very far before you notice that the car's being held back. It's not actually moving forward at the pace that you'd hoped. And you can't understand why. It's as if an invisible force is holding you back. And the more pressure you apply to the accelerator to go forward, the more you feel this dragging. Baffled by what's holding you back when you are so eager to get to where you're going, you look around you. And as you look to your left, you notice that the handbrake, instead of being in the lowered position, which means that it's disengaged, is in the upright position, which means it's still applied. You have been driving your car with the handbrake on. Now the handbrake, unlike the main brake of the car, is designed to apply a little bit of pressure. If you put your foot on the main brake and accelerate at the same time, you're not going to go anywhere. In fact, you've probably seen the cartoons where the wheels are risen round and the car's not going anywhere. It's because it's actually, the force of the main brake is stopping the car moving forward. However, on the other hand, the handbrake only applies just enough pressure to stop you rolling backwards if you park your car on an incline, or to keep you stationary in traffic. However, it doesn't stop the car moving if you put your foot on the accelerator. And living your life as if you feel that you're an imposter is like living your life with the handbrake on. You know your goals, you know what you want to achieve, and you are moving towards them, but all the time you are being held back. And you're being held back by a mindset that tells you that you're wrong, you're not good enough, that you don't deserve your success. And the impact that those words and thoughts that are going through your mind have on you is that you feel anxious, you're never free from stress, you're always worried that at any moment somebody is going to burst in and expose you to the world as the fraud that you believe that you are. And if you do feel this way, you're not alone. Some of the most famous people and world-renowned individuals feel this way too. Imposter syndrome has been associated with successful people. For example, Renée Zellweger, Emma Watson, Meryl Streep are just a couple of female actors who feel this way, as does Don Cheadle and Denzel Washington. All of them have had interviews where they have confessed to feeling like their acting career, their success is not deserved. And writers like Maya Angelou, who has written so many wonderful books and is world renowned for her creativity, has publicly admitted to feeling like at any moment she's going to be exposed and uncovered as an imposter. The director and CEO of the World Health Organization, Dr. Margaret Chan, again another famous public figure, has confessed to feeling like an imposter. And if you're thinking that it's just women, the director of the Batman films, as well as the writer and creator of the Two and a Half Men and The Big Bang Theory, two of the most popular comedies on the telly today, have also confessed to feeling like imposters. Now, imposter syndrome, as I was saying, is a mindset thing, and I am one of those people who, for a large part of their life, has gone around with a mindset that made them feel like an imposter. So I'd go into big corporate meetings when I used to work in a corporate, sitting there thinking, I'm running a multi-million-pound project, and at any moment my colleagues are going to notice that I've got it all wrong and I shouldn't be here. Obviously they never did, but that anxiety stopped me being as productive as I could be. It stopped me feeling as free and stressless as I could be, and therefore I wasn't achieving my true potential. I was getting success, but imagine what I could have achieved if I felt confident that my success was truly deserved, if I wasn't second guessing what everybody was thinking, if I wasn't double checking. Because another thing that people who suffer from imposter syndrome do is that they have perfectionism. And our perfectionism doesn't stop us doing anything, it just slows us down. So what can we do about it? Well, quite by accident, I have created a process that really gets to the root of that problem. The fact that it works with you so that you can self-inspire yourself to success. You can self-inspire yourself because you know who you truly are. And this process I invented when I used to run a radio show. Now, the reason I invented the process was I was interviewing lots of very successful women, and I wanted them to come on and tell me their story. And I came up with the idea that if we had a format, then everybody's story would be, you could understand their journey in a similar way, and it would also make it easier to run the show. So I came up with a process called the 7 momentous moments, and each moment is a particular pivot point, kind of like the switching points on a train track that allows you, that has guided your life to the position you are today. And so my guests would come on and they'd talk about their lives and these moments. And the other thing that they did was they'd anchor each moment with a song that they would choose that represents that moment for them, either because it was playing at the time or because they came to associate with it. So it was discussion and music, and something about the combination created some magic. And I know this because within a very short time of interviewing some guests, they were coming back to me and saying, "Wow, Ola, this process is so profound. I can't believe how much clarity it's given me. I can't believe how it's changed my focus on who I thought I was. I can't believe how it's released some of the fears that I was experiencing, that I'd been carrying around and hadn't realised were holding me back. It has been so cathartic to go through this process." Now, initially I dismissed it because I'd done the process, and although I'd experienced that, I just thought it was just me. And being the imposter and still struggling with that, I assumed it was just a fluke. But eventually I couldn't ignore the numbers of people who all came back and said exactly the same thing, that this process was profound. So I turned my radio show into a process that anyone can use, so that you too can get the results that my guests did. More clarity, more focus, getting rid of fears, the catharsism that the process allows you to have, so that you can feel more confident about who you truly are, so you can stand in your power and silence the voice of the imposter. In the box set, you get a workbook that explains the process and somewhere to record your moments. You get a guided meditation, so you start the process from a place of acceptance rather than going into it and just judging yourself. And you get the cards that represent the moment, so you can have some fun with choosing it. Obviously, you have to choose your music too, and we'll give you instructions on how you can do that. I hope you will download the box set because this is a truly amazing product. Just think, if my guests were able to get this when they weren't actually focusing on trying to get rid of their limiting beliefs and getting rid of the voice of the imposter, what results you can get if you actively go into it looking for the truth that is truly you, looking for your authentic self. The box set is available for $49.95. The only other thing that I will say about it is that each box is individually designed, handmade, with love for you. So I gave the box set to my mum, and she called me up and she said, "Oh, this is amazing, I absolutely love it." So, if anything else, my mum says it's fantastic, and to me, I think that's the best accolade I could have. However, she also said that it's a spiritual process. She found it very spiritual, and I know my mum's spiritual, but you don't have to be spiritual to experience this. But I do subscribe to the view that we are spiritual beings having a human existence, a human experience, rather than the other way around. So there's more to this than just meets the eye, which is why I think it's unique in the personal development industry. So I invite you to try it. Something new, something different, something that connects you, with each other and our source, so that you too can find your authentic, true self. And bring that into the workplace, bring it into your business, bring it into your life, so that you have more time, more clarity, more freedom to be you, to live your life without the handbrake on. The information on how to order your box set's on the page. If you'd rather download it digitally, information about that is there too. So I hope you enjoy, and do get in touch and let me know how you get on with it. Thank you for listening.